Welcome back.
Yeah,
we are
live.
Happy you are here and joining us today.
Oh, well, you know what? I forgot to tell.
Oh no, why does it say that?
I don't know.
Let's see, reconnect, Vera. Please work. There it goes. Okay, now we're back on
tricky
air.
trick track.
Exactly. Okay, here we go, Vera. All right. Well, welcome back. We're happy that you're here joining us. We had an amazing week, didn't we, Vera?
Yes.
I mean, seriously, our soul tribe is awesome.
Sorry, I forgot to text Purple Blaze because he thought he's still on a different time zone, but now they're the same. Yeah.
Got you. All right. Are you and Eyore? Here we go. All right. Well, we had an amazing week. Our soul tribe is awesome. You guys are amazing. Vera, you had a very full week of readings and so many questions coming in. And it was really fun to meet some of your clients.
I know, isn't that cool? Because now whenever I'm done, everybody say hi to Chrissy.
I know, and I'm like, yes, hi. Just, sweethearts and spiritual, loving people. And I just love the amazing
Hi, Indigo. Hi, Allie.
enlightenment and stories that arise, and awesome questions and fascinating dreams coming in from people that you've been sharing with us. We have a super chat question that came in this week that
Hi, Roxy and Nana Rosebud.
Share the answers later in this episode today. And that's a great reminder, just in case if you if you've had a dream or if you have a past life question or anything going on in your life, you can ask during our live show and super chat.
Right.
So birthmark questions have always been popular because all of us have usually some type of birthmark or something and really they come from a past life often.
Yes.
Most often it's from something that we want to remember so that we either pull forward or we don't do again, like a repeating pattern from a past life. So those are always fascinating questions to find out those secrets of our soul journey. Amazing. Aloha to you too.
Hello, Mr. Zary.
Me. All right. Well, okay, so let's see. And then we even have someone that is here in Arizona that might be volunteering some of her time. That would be wonderful.
Wouldn't that be great for retreats and
can't
meditation groups and whatever all that stuff is?
I can't wait for us to be coming to you live from here in Tucson under the stars at night. We're going to have a fire pit outside and do some amazing meditations.
Next to any trees, Mary.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we wanted to share a little bit about Eyore's today. And
my favorite people.
Yes. And of course, just as a little reminder, all the past life information, that's Vera's specialty and her psychic ability. My specialty is the angel art. All of this you can find on our website in the links below. But yes, so Eyores are fascinating people.
I'm sure everybody knows what an Eyore is.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Maybe I don't know if people know. Most people know about Winnie the Pooh.
Right?
Yeah. And the little donkey that's...
Yeah. Yeah. An Eyore is basically
I love
someone, and sometimes we can all go through an Eyore phase, so that can happen too.
I've never seen you go through an Eyore phase.
Well, it's kind of like, rather than looking on the positive side, it's like something bad's going to happen. Or, here's this amazing sunset that we're looking at, and it's
it's not going to last that
really
long.
Pollution particles.
Yeah.
It's not really anything beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to last long. Or it was funny too because we were watching Kevin Hart. He was talking about his brother, and he got I think it was a Golden Globe, or he got some type of award. And he was sharing about it, and he tells his brother, because he was saying his brother always is looks on the half cup. It's half empty side of it, because he's like, yeah, but it's not international, it's just in USA. And he's like, what?
It's not an Oscar.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a phenomenon that sometimes we can get into that's focusing on the negative.
Yeah.
And the thing about that too is we don't want to manifest it.
Right. Because that's what happens if you keep thinking the same thoughts. Words have power. That's why they said the pen is mightier than the sword. It's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because everything
Hi, Chanel.
seeps in.
Valerie.
That's one of the reasons that we actually want to protect ourselves.
I want to get a mirror.
Yeah, I have a mirror. We'll have to use it. Yeah. But we can't see through it, though.
Oh, we'll have to bust it in.
Yeah. But yes. So if any of you have tips for an Eyore,
yeah, let us know.
We would love to hear in the comments.
Because my Eyores, I give like advice and then they go, but, yet.
Yeah. But this has always happened. And so I'm expecting it to happen again.
Yeah.
Or, it's just looking at the negative instead of the positive.
Yeah.
And that's one of the keys to turning it around. Because ultimately, all of us want to manifest the positive in our life. We want to manifest our goals. We don't want to manifest our fears. We want to manifest success, not
well, what was that lady?
failure.
I want to say that lady that I was watching on YouTube. It's Dr. Ellen Langer. I love what
Eric.
she said. Rather than waste your time being stressed about making the right decision, make the decision right. Because that's where we get stuck in quicksand, like we talked about last week. Is we just don't know which decision, we don't want to make the wrong decision.
Right.
And there is no wrong decision.
Right.
Whatever you do is the right one at the time, with challenges, with lessons maybe that you had to go through. But it was not the wrong decision. And at least it moved you forward.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like so many times, I think for a lot of us, we get stuck in that feeling like we made a mistake in our life, but we didn't, no matter what. A lot of times, too, we regret the decision that we did make. But if we go back to where we were at the point that we made it, option A was better than option B. And also going through the experience in itself, that is the victory. It's not that we chose path A or chose path B or C. It's just that we went through this experience and we learned from it. It's so interesting, isn't it, Vera, how often that we think of life in human successes,
right?
Or mile marks,
yeah.
When really the success is just walking and living our life chart. It's awesome to realize that, and that's even that understanding in itself. That awareness can be very healing to us, because then it's like, wow, I didn't make the wrong choice when I left that situation, or whatever it is that, we all have had forks in the road many times in our life. And it's a healing concept to really get that and not berate ourselves over it.
And sometimes people have that victim theme, and that's really tough to go through, because you always have one hand up on the cross and you're waiting for someone else to help you put the other one up. And that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to get that hand down.
Right. And it's interesting because sometimes when we've gone through it so much, it's almost as if we do it to ourselves, because that's what we're expecting to happen. So it's our way of thinking, and that's where we want to rewire our thinking. What am I missing?
Go ahead and keep talking, Chrissy.
Okay.
We were in Sharon's dream.
We were.
And you were swimming in a lake or ocean. That was a dream. And when you came out, you were fully dressed and wearing a top similar to what you're wearing now. Is that Chrissy?
Oh, wow.
I don't know who she's talking about.
That's
and then
interesting.
Sharon said you walked out of the water like it was no big deal.
Ooh, wow. That sounds really cool. I don't know, but I like it.
Ocean is emotion.
Wow. How symbolic. Wow. See? And
that was a dream. I love that dream.
Yeah, that's
coming
amazing,
out of the
though.
emotion, though. That is awesome.
Exactly.
Because I was even telling you today, how did I feel?
Yes. And look at you now. You have
yeah.
so much energy on top of the world.
Yeah, there you go.
I
You
saw
guys
you,
make me
Chrissy.
happy.
Oh, we got on some horses.
Ooh, I like that.
That is really cool. Horses are really awesome symbol in our dreams too, because
It's the will.
That power that we have. Oh, that's really.
Ooh, Tucson, yeah.
We're riding horses in Tucson, and there's an ocean here.
Giddy up.
Yeah.
That's cool
love
because
it.
my cousin has horses. We probably could go ride.
Oh, really? Oh, that would be so cool. I'd love that. That is really neat. I love it. These dreams are amazing. How much you can bring information from past lives, and we're going to get into that later.
We are on a mission from God. Sharon said it looked like you're on a mission. Badasses, yes, Chrissy.
Yes. Yeah. That is cool. And it's just so amazing that because we gather here, we're like-minded souls, all of us. You know, we are open to the concept or believe in the concept of past lives and a mother and father God, you know, and all these amazing spiritual concepts. And that is exactly what we're doing on the planet. We are here for God. We're here for our own spiritual, but it's one and the same. That's how connected we are to God. And it's when we're helping people, when we're sharing our light, you know, any of us in all our different jobs or in life, or just smiling at somebody or helping somebody up off the curb or whatever it is doing for God. And it brings up the vibration on this planet. And
it is like moving forward, Valerie, definitely. But it's representative of the will and strength and power, you know, to keep moving forward kind of thing.
That's awesome. My mom was there too.
Your mom is always in the background. That's so interesting.
Interesting for sure.
There's that cave.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's so interesting, Sharon, because I had a dream a couple nights ago, 2 nights ago, about a cave. So that's fascinating how we're all connected.
Yeah.
We must be all meeting on the other side at night talking, which is something that we do. All of us, any of us can go to the other side
and that was sweet.
And meet with loved ones.
That was a visitation, actually.
Go home to the other side to gather information to bring back, and then during your day you will remember these different things. Even if you don't remember being on the other side, we'll go there to research, and our angels take that information that we want to know during our waking state and will infuse us, which is very cool. Yeah. And you know what's really cool about that too? Sometimes we'll even have little tidbits in our dreams that we do remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So some of the ways to help us if we know an Eyore, or if sometimes we're in that mode of feeling or thinking, is rewiring our
way of thinking.
Exactly.
And that's where like affirmations come. I know affirmations gets a bad rap, but really, truly, it's powerful if we do it right. Because we have to believe what we're saying. Because if you just have affirmations all over the place. Who was it that I went to somebody's house and they had affirmations, little Post-it notes everywhere. And then we were somewhere that was in front of an affirmation and they were saying something so like negative. And I'm like,
wow.
So it's like you're not really
believing
but you
it.
have to believe it. You have to. Because the subconscious mind believes what you're saying, believes what you're thinking. That's why negative thoughts are a waste of time. But we are human and we do get them. And that's okay. But as long as we can push them back and replace it with a positive, you know, to keep us on that path that we want to go on.
Exactly. I'm trying not to sneeze right now. Okay.
We
Make
used
her
to
push the Eyore's vibes out. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I thought about, I'm going to meet up with Vera on her horse. Yeah. All right, make art, push the Eyore vibes out. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
Creativity.
I love
Good
it.
one, Ellie.
Because when we're activating, that can help us pull us out of that passive state. Anything that's when we're depressed or when we're scared and that kind of thing, that's being in a passive state. And one of the ways to help us get out of that is activating. Even if we get up and, go for a walk, do some type of exercise, clean the house, create art, dancing, singing, anything can turn that energy
physical,
around.
yeah.
Another thing is when Vera was talking about rewiring our thinking, we want to go to the positive, and it takes work sometimes because we're so trained.
Especially if you're in a situation that's massively negative at the time. So
Yeah, and that's where sometimes, like with Amaterasu, the painting I did with the goddess, and she's got the sun behind her. That really helped my mom when she was going through living with my father, who was such a lost light entity and this berating constantly. But she did not let it affect her because she would come out of her room and she would see this she had a big canvas of her, and would focus on her light. And that's exactly what Amaterasu represents, is we retain that our soul's radiance despite whatever is happening. And so my point is that whether it's a visual affirmation of art like the angels, or the physical affirmation of the crystals like Vera's crystals, or crystal bracelets, something you can feel, whatever it might be, you can take that and use it as a reminder of a positive thought, whatever it might be. Like, for example, angels, you can, they all have their function. And the cherubim angel, which I'm going to show you right now, this is what she does. When she raises our vibration, because when we're thinking negatively, it's like a lower vibration. And anything like comedy, anything that's laughter, anything that's joy, rises our vibration of energy, and that is healing. That is something that it can move us forward, and people can feel it around you. Like when you walk into a room, if it's somebody being very negative, it's almost like a cloud hanging over them.
Well, you can feel them suck the energy right out of the room.
Right. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you have somebody that's really joyful and happy, it's like shining a ray of light, of sunlight. It brings up your energy. And so I just wanted to show you the cherubim, because this is actually the cherubim's function is joy. And this is something that you can visualize her, and every time you picture her, it's like an instantaneous bringing up the vibration of energy.
Chrissy had hair like that once.
I did. And I tried to make her look sort of like her totem, because angels actually have totems too. And her totem is like the singing birds, like the canaries and those types of birds that are. So anyway, shockingly, this angel is very, very, very healing. And when you, even on a subconscious level, when you hear the angels singing, they can not only bring up your vibration, but you get to the point, you're so full of that love from God that you will not let anything or anyone get you that low that you were feeling before having that experience. So that's their function. Because, like if you hear, the angels sing, and how does that really help? That's how it helps.
Just like music now helps. I mean, just listening to music.
Exactly. So that's the angel that I wanted to share with you. Now, Vera, was there something happening over here that you'd like to share?
Somebody wants to know if you were on your horse looking for a boyfriend.
Well, I'll let you know. It's to be continued. We'll see what happens. Maybe by next Saturday.
No, I always told Chrissy, once we move here, she's going to find someone. Or they're going to find her.
I'm going to be looking for a man and a horse.
There you go. Oh.
I'm just kidding. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love that. Should I share now or in a mini about Mary Lou? aka Mom having that experience with the cherubim angels.
I think we've already said it, but you can say it again.
Okay, I'm going to share it because we just heard a creak.
Okay.
In the room.
And then I want to talk about affirmations still.
Okay, I'm going to go fast. So I just wanted to share.
You don't have to go fast.
Okay. So I wanted to share this experience because it was really profound for her. And it was, she shared it because someone was asking, well, what does that do for you, an angel singing? And my mom was sharing this experience that she had much younger in life where she was so despondent and in despair. And in that moment, I mean, it was like she was really low. And I would say probably close to death, actually, because of the situation at the time. So anyways, at that moment, it's amazing how we're connected to God, because it's like God knew this. The angels knew this.
Right.
And she said it was as if the heavens opened up and she heard all the angels in the heavens singing at once. And she said as empty as she was, is as full as she was in that next moment. And that's where that learning came from, that she was saying she would never let anyone get her down again. And that's like amazing to know, isn't it? I thought so too. Very incredible. Great experience for us to be aware of. Okay, Vera, we would love to hear the affirmations and how they can help us.
Well, I just had like different steps that you can do, because every word we speak has energy. So number one would be like define intent, be clear about what your affirmations are. And then the second one is choose your words. Mirror that energy that you want to manifest. And then speak with belief. That was what we were talking about earlier. And it's like pronounce with concise intent, basically. And then action. Align the words with energy, movement, doing things for it. And then the most important part, because this is what I would do wrong. I don't know if it's wrong, but I would do not good enough. It would be let go and release any outcome that you wanted. Just allow it to flow and see what happens. And it's sometimes and more often than not better than what you wanted before.
Amen.
Or that you were searching for.
Amen to that.
So,
because sometimes when we want to control it, it's like if we get out of our own way, the other side is going to manifest something that's way better than we were expecting. It's incredible.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yes.
It's like what do they call it when with software we upgrade?
Yes.
That's what we're doing with our brain. We're upgrading.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And the universe upgrades for us.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I meant a man on a horse, not a man like a horse.
A centurion.
I'm having like.
Is that what they call?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. I believe that's what they called him, like the Harry Potter.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. That's cute. You guys are so cute. I love it. That was so sweet. Well, I think that's amazing, and I am all about the affirmations and all about putting ourselves in the position of the affirmation, feeling it, believing it, not just saying it. I think a lot of us can relate to.
It's called a
centaur.
Sounds good to me.
I said centurion. Is that like a soldier?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
It could be a centurion in past life.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. So, Vera.
Yeah.
Okay. So next.
Thank you, Allie.
We have, No, we got you. We know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a super chat question that came in, and we also have a question that is actually a pretty frequently asked question, and it's one of our fabulous viewers on our channel here, TKNSDNS. I don't know. Number 1. That's how I don't know how to say it, but that's what we got. Ken's didn't sit. I don't know. Well, anyway, they're asking. You ready? I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. All right. I was born remembering a past life of a Native American man. I remember being shot and killed. The whole buffalo prophecy as well. The white buffalo prophecy.
That's okay.
I need to get my glasses.
That's all right.
All right. White buffalo. I have tried many times to do a past life regression, but I don't see anything. Any advice?
Well, you are not alone. That's just the thing. A lot of times, and this is what's particularly hard for people to believe that they're actually getting a past life, so to speak, is that it just pops in your head. There's no visualization. It's just, you just know what's happening. And that is the hardest for people to believe, because they feel like they're making it up.
Right.
And you're not. You have to just go with the flow and just keep saying what's coming to you. Most people, I would say probably about 60% of the people do not see anything. It's just a knowing. Or they'll get a little symbol, or they'll get a little snapshot that reminds them about the past life. So just relax when you're doing it. Be with someone that you totally trust. Oh, wait, she didn't have a regression, right? She's just waking up from, isn't it a dream or something?
Yes, no, she said, I should say, have said, I've tried many times to do past life regression, but I don't see anything.
Yeah, and you have to trust your hypnotherapist, number one, because otherwise you don't want to let go, because you're not sure about the person, and that's perfectly okay. If you don't trust someone, go to someone else. That hypnotherapist should not feel bad in any way, because they want you to have the best session. So just relax and just allow it to flow. And then afterwards you can tear it apart, analyze it all you want, but don't do it during the session, because your mind will want to, because we're human. So just push it back and just go, no, I'm going to keep getting what I'm getting. And then afterwards you can analyze all you want, but you're going to see that it's really what resonates to your soul and what you needed to see or hear at the time. So just relax and just, allow it to happen organically.
Yeah, it's so interesting, because I know for myself, and I know for some of my loved ones, the first regression was I was nervous, because I didn't think I was going to be able to get anything.
Yeah.
Because I can't even remember.
Sometimes people want to be good for their hypnotherapist, and they don't want them to fail. So they're trying so hard, they don't get anything.
Right. And that's the thing. It's like sometimes we do try so hard. But if we just relax and just see what comes to us, because I will never forget the first time I had a regression. I just kept seeing this guy with the bull haircut, with little tiny little something he was wearing here, sitting like a frog on a rock. And I'm like, I don't know why I keep looking at this guy. And he had red skin. It was me, but it took me forever to get it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was.
She was a frog in a past life.
No, he was sitting like a frog.
I'm joking. We don't cross phylums.
Yeah, no.
In our philosophy.
But it was just so funny, because I was like, I just keep seeing this guy. It was like, it's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
How our soul knows where we need to go. It's just, sometimes you have to warm up to the thought. It's like, what? But yeah, and it's just really amazing how these answers, everything lies within us.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of just relaxing and let it come
I think
to
she was in
us.
the past life with John Ammon and I, because the white buffalo prophecy was the past life we had. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to do a whole show just on the white buffalo.
That was so awesome.
Wow.
That life, yeah.
Was that the one where you had visitors?
But that was the one also where I was trying to warn everybody and nobody believed it, and then bad stuff happened.
Right. It's amazing how much what we've experienced in past lives, we have another opportunity in this life to overcome that.
Right. And that had a lot of influence, that past life, in this lifetime, because I felt like no one was going to believe me.
Right.
And I didn't want to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But your chart pulls you exactly where you need to go.
What? I was feeling a bit froggy. But what was happening? I didn't know at the time. I was perched on a rock because I was trying to fish with my hands, I guess, or maybe a pole or something.
You're sunburned too, huh?
Yeah, because I was from some type of area in the ocean, some type of island type of area that I had like that kind of skin, different color, Probably, I'm sure very sunburned, to your point. Yeah.
No, but if that was your skin color.
Yeah. Well, anyways, it's just fascinating, though, what we will discover in past life regression. or a dream? Good segue, because we have a super chat dream.
And I'm going to do it in little increments because it's very, very long. So, and I want you guys to come up with what you think this person was going through. So, I'm going to do it because, Chrissy, I feel bad because I wrote it. And I don't know if she's going to be able to read my handwriting.
It's pages.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able to read it. But here we go. So this is a dream with, I think her name's Priscilla?
Yes, This is Priscilla's super chat question from this week.
Okay. And then, so she was dreaming that she was coming out of a house and going into a backyard, and it kind of looked like a field. And there was a whole line of people, and the chairs were like in a semicircle or something, and people were just coming in and sitting down. She didn't know who she was with. She couldn't quite figure it out, but she finally got a chair and sat down, and the person that she was with, she kind of felt it was her father, but it really wasn't. Or she felt it really wasn't, or she wasn't sure. So what it was, though, really is that she was astral traveling, and she was going to, and to make it more significant for her, because she was, the way she talked about it to me before was that she's not so sure about she could astral travel. And then, so this is her way of doing it safely, because she's on the other side. That field that she was in was the other side. So she was with this guy, and then her father morphed into someone else. So the next thing that she knows is this guy is asking her if she wants to go on a helicopter ride.
Ooh.
So really, he's asking her to let's astral project, because that's safer for her in her mind.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah. So they're up in the air, and she said that she's kind of in the helicopter, but not.
Oh.
So she's astrally projecting, right? So then the person that she's with, finally somehow it turns into she's on a seat, not just on a helicopter. She's on a seat. Nothing else, just a seat, but it looks like a Ferris wheel seat.
Oh, wow.
So it's still up in the air kind of thing.
Right.
So they were going, okay, she's not scared. It's fine. It's wonderful. It's calming. She felt very nice. And then there was this green valley that she was looking at, but actually it was an ocean. It was, it's just really, it turned into an ocean because she loves oceans. So they're together, this guy and her were together on the seat, and they were going over this town, and then she sees Demi Moore. In the town, like as she's looking down, and Demi is dressed like a whore.
Can we say that?
Yeah, why not? It's a dream.
Yeah.
So they continue to go and look around and see stuff, and she said this guy that she's with is very gentle. He's older. He's big, husky guy. She doesn't know who he is, but they're walking outside and feeling very, very comfortable. She's feeling wonderful. She's feeling very nice. And a lot of times she's going through right now, not necessarily right now, but before, going through a lot of stuff that happened in her childhood kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So it kind of tends to make her feel down sometimes. But so she's just feeling wonderful with this guy. So she goes to hug him, and he hugs her back, and she says to herself, I think I've got it. So she's actually figured out what it is that she's working through. Yeah. So she thanks him and tells her she appreciates him. And then she appreciates the way she feels. Then she steps away, and she's really sweating because she's really figuring stuff out. And it's just like, how sometimes you get so excited you just start sweating.
No, I never do that.
No, me either. And then so she looks at him, and then she went to hug him, but he's so big that her face is in his chest. And when she steps back, her face is on his chest. The sweat,
like the outline.
The outline,
wow.
Yeah, on his t-shirt is the image of her face, which she thought was bizarre. So she doesn't know what that means. And then she said they walk outside, and the dream's done. And that part was what she was wondering about, like mostly about why was her face on his chest kind of thing. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so you guys can keep making comments on what you think is going on.
I wanted to say too that yes, Sharon, when we are visiting each other or our loved ones, it's called astral travel. Sometimes we'll call it soul travel, but it's the same kind of thing. We're leaving our body to go visit.
Yeah, and we do it a lot. All of us. We all do it. So, as I said, she was on the other side. The field was the other side. Then you are asked if you want to go on a helicopter ride. So she's going to keep going to see whatever it is she needs to see. And she feels like it was dad. It was her dad at the beginning because he got her there. Because I don't know if she thought that she really astral projects or not. I didn't get a chance to ask her. But so it was her dad at that point. But then it morphs into this guy that she's had past lives with. She's had 3 past lives with this person. And he's been protecting her this whole time, but she just didn't know it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's neat.
She loves the ocean. I put that. Then you go over to the town. You see Demi Moore, which is that's great. She's had 3 past lives with him, and they continue on their ride until it's over. But what I was trying to tell her was that she's had past lives with this guy. She's had an Irish life. It was with me, with the Irish life. She's had a Scottish life with this person where it was with the Angus. She was she actually fought too with her husband.
Wow.
They fought together. But he was her husband in that past life. And he's always been big. And even in the Irish life, he was big. And then the other one was a Jesus life, and that they had together with him. And the interesting thing is that Demi Moore actually was in the Jesus life.
Wow, that is so interesting. That connection, the symbol,
isn't it weird?
That she made it.
Yeah.
Yes,
and she was actually a prostitute, but Jesus accepted her in and all that stuff. And it wasn't Mary Magdalene.
Right.
Yeah. But the thing with and what he really wanted her to really resonate and believe that they were together kind of thing to stir her memory or whatever. The thing about on his t-shirt.
Right.
They were there whenever Jesus was holding the cross, I guess.
Right.
And then somebody wiped his face and his face was on the shroud. So that was it was just so she could see that they were together in that life.
Wow.
So that was really interesting.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. So then whenever I was telling her about this dream, she goes, well, what? She goes, I want to know his name. I go, well, the name I get is Stanley. She goes, no way. She goes, I do not want his name to be Stanley.
What's wrong with Stanley?
She goes, there's no way. She goes, none of those lives had a Stanley. The Irish life, I don't think there's Stanleys. Or we didn't think. Scottish life, Stanleys, no. Especially the Jesus life.
Right.
Well,
hi, Lynn.
Vera. So I'm going, why did I say Stanley? So then I looked it up. And Stanley is from the Bible, the Old Testament.
Oh my gosh.
It's really Saul. But I don't know how they got Saul to Stanley. But that's what it was.
Wow.
So I called her up and go, look.
That was a total validation.
Yeah. So she couldn't say that, because sometimes, people are going, oh yeah, that you're just saying that to make me feel better. I never do that.
Right.
I mean, I want you to feel better, but I'm not going to blow smoke.
Yeah, you're not saying it for any other intention other than what you actually get for the person.
Yeah, and he just wanted her to remember and to know that she had love. She's been loved. Right. Not necessarily that she had it in this life, but the reason why she didn't is because she shut it down.
I see.
So.
Yeah, and
it was just a lot. And when I was telling her, it was so cute. When I was telling her the dream, she was going, "Oh my God!" She goes, "I'm so hot." It's really cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, I think it's awesome too because this is something that we can all see clearly how important a memory from a past life can be, because it's not just, oh, I had a life during the Jesus time. It's, oh my God, I know how it feels to be loved. And in this time, you know, when, like, if we get down or what have you, we can think about that feeling, and that can fill us back up, and then we can get back up on top.
Because they followed Jesus around.
So that's what is so important about gaining those answers to your past lives that we love so much. And you know, on that note, we are having an event coming up that is something that all of us look forward to. It's an evening with Angus. And when Vera was talking about the Scottish life, and you mentioned Angus, he's on the other side, and he was in that lifetime with us, and that's Vera's master teacher, and he gives us amazing messages about our own soul's journey, and it's called a transformative past life trance. It's on May 19th, and it's a very intimate group. So, you know, first come, first serve on that one, but I'm really excited about the answers and the insight that Angus gives to us from the other side, to whatever it is that you most need to know in this lifetime, that you might be carrying, or that, you know, that you need to release, or that you want to pull forward.
Exactly. Dreams are amazing.
Yeah.
And without them, we'd go nuts.
Yeah. We have a friend who, in this lifetime, he's got very low energy, not in a negative way, but in a physical fatigue way from, you know, an illness and so forth. But in past life, to find out this time when he had so much energy, it's something that we can go back to in our mind. We can think about that and pull that feeling forward, because cell memory is not called cell memory for no reason. It's because our cells can remember what they felt before. Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
So just to even find out information from a past life that can help us now in that regard, physically as well as emotionally and mentally, it's just very transformative. That's why it's called Transformative Past Life Trance.
There you go. So, oh yeah. No, I'm not Angus. No. Angus is my master teacher on the other side. We've had several lives together. And we actually were going to have a life together in this lifetime, but he decided he would do better to help us on the other side. Because I was a twin. We were to come in as twins, and he decided not to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really, really amazing, because you've had so many past lives where you were
I bet you didn't
brother
know that,
and sister.
Elsa.
Where you were brother and sister.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, the Scottish life. Yeah.
Exactly. It is. It's so cool. Our soul's journey is amazing. And so many of you were there with us in the Highlands, as well as in the Jesus time and these different lifetimes, Ireland. Yeah. So.
And a lot of, you know, sometimes people, whenever they would get a Jesus life, they would kind of like, after the session was over, they'd kind of go, why would I be in Jesus's life? And I'm like, why wouldn't you be?
Exactly.
You know, it's a life that you experience.
Exactly. And now that this planet is getting closer to the end of its life, don't worry, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Just saying, we as a whole, many of us are trying to get in so much, as well as help this planet. So a lot of us are coming back in. A lot of us come in during certain times to elevate the consciousness
all
of the planet.
All of us together, the Soul Tribe, we've been together before.
Exactly. You know, we were all here together during World War II. We were all here together during the Roman invasions. We were all here together during the Jesus time. And we're all here together to help during this time where, I mean, look at what's happened in recent years politically.
Yeah.
And with everything that happened with Trump and all this, the climate of the planet. So we're all here to back in together.
Yeah.
For a reason.
To suffer? I don't know what that means.
It's actually Irish and saved me, so I
Oh, Ellie. He loves you so much, too. He loves us all, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, Vera.
No more rodeos for me either.
Yeah.
No mas.
All right, Vera, was there anything else that you wanted to share today? I think that was it.
That's it.
Yeah, we have not forgotten about doing
yes.
a mini meditation on helping ourselves out of
Quicksand.
And that's still coming up. We're going to have that on our channel this week. We haven't forgotten. As well as a sneak peek. That's all you get to see.
My new bracelet, Magical Me.
Magical Me. It is amazing, just as the title of Magical Me.
I love that bracelet. Oh my God, I love it.
So we're going to do an upcoming little mini on that too. So look to see that on our channel this week. All right.
If you don't want to come in, guess what? You're not. So don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries about that.
Until you get to the other side and you're going to go, oh man, I can do this again.
I got this.
And then I'll go, remember what you said.
And I'll be all, come on, let's go. All right. Well, we love you all. We are with you in spirit.
Yes.
How can I help someone who is triggered by a bad past?
Past life or past?
Past. It looks like this.
Oops, what happened?
What happened? Okay, it looks like, this life, apart from believing them.
Well, we come into experience for ourselves and, like Chrissy said, for God, and just to elevate our soul. So that's something that, whatever it is that's negative that they went through, that you believe them, you're there for them. And that's the biggest thing, believing them and allowing them to tell you, how they feel and that and not poo-poo it and say, you have to understand why you're in that situation or why you're going through what you're going through. And that's what's so amazing about past lives too, because it's a lot of bleed over into your current lifetime. So just being there for them, listening to them, offering them encouragement, be positive, allow them to be in that negative plane for a while, but try to help them out of it, because sometimes that's when you keep getting stuck because you don't want to move forward because you're comfortable. And I know it sounds weird, but you're comfortable in that place because you know how to feel, you know how to,
right?
And going past it is like, then what am I supposed to do now? Yeah. So that's perfect, and you're the perfect person to do it, Nana.
Yeah, and that's what's so amazing, because a lot of times the things that we did go through in this lifetime earlier that we are still triggered by, so many times it stems from a past life.
Right.
And that having those answers can help us to get over what it is and understand that, wow, I'm strong. This is actually a strength, not a weakness that gets me every time I think about it.
Because even if it's a past situation that you've encountered in this lifetime, that's 10 times more, I guess you could say, more potent than the past life, because that's a little bit removed.
Right.
But whenever I have clients that have to figure out stuff in this lifetime, it's challenging.
Yes, I hear you.
Because it's raw.
Yeah, exactly. I hear you.
You're welcome.
Yay. All right. Very, very fun. Well, we love you all. Mm-hmm. And Vera, was there any last words?
Why do you always get to say it? Okay. Well, I don't know, Chrissy. Is there?
Journey
with us. Have a great weekend.
And we love you all.
Yes.